Hi, friends. It's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back to my messy desk. I know, I just cleaned it. I know. I also just made clusters, and then my desk looks like a cluster. You know what? So, that one's for you know who. You know who you are. All right. Yes, it is cluster month here at AJ's Inspired Life because it's my challenge item of the month. And I have been offering myself the challenge and invited anyone to come play along for 19 months now. And so this month is clusters, and I am just so excited. I love making clusters, but it does look like this in my life. So today is September, no, October 8th. We are right here. Now, this is a problem because I've done no journaling. I've got some stuff glued in here. And if you saw me make these corners, if you saw me make my numbers, this is this little roll of sticky paper, if you will, adhesive paper. It is not, excuse me, my goodness, it is not sticking. So I glued one down by accident, and one of you, you know who you are, also caught me and was like, "Oh, I thought that was adhesive paper." It is, friend. It is. It's not adhering. So, not that I knew that at the time. I'm just saying. I had to go back and glue most of them anyway. Okay. So the idea with clusters is that you can just continue to add little bits and whatnot, and maybe gather pieces that wouldn't stand alone, I guess. And together they can make a little cluster. I'm going to add this little guy in here. This is just a die cut. I cut it out of like magazine pages. I have a bunch already cut out. Again, if you're new here, if not, you have seen, like I have these cut out, and most of them are from magazines as opposed to scrapbook paper, right? So these are from magazines. And so I kind of like that idea of adding one in here or two. So we could add the orange in. Let's see what we have on the page. I just grabbed it off the desk. It was not a plan. I'm just, we have a little bit of orange up here. I have this cluster. So ideally, this corner counts as a cluster. I have a little cluster up here, and I also have this cluster. I have a lot of clusters that were already made, and then I've been enjoying making them in my book. So, some of these pages are going to have more than one cluster, and I'm still going to have plenty left over. So this little leaf, I mean, I kind of like the green, right? Because we have so much kind of yellow green going on in here. This leaf has some yellow. We don't want that side. That kind of ties in some different colors. I don't know. I mean, there's hundreds, maybe hundreds is an exaggeration, but we're plenty to choose from. Let's see if we have another. Like here's a yellow one. This is one of my favorites. This magazine that I pulled. That's kind of fun. And I'm also conscious that if we start poking stuff in here more than one, are we going to need three? Because I know you guys. I know. This one might be. Can we do two? Is that allowed? What's the rule? What's the rule with clusters? I know with clusters it's kind of a three thing. Here's a green on this side and kind of the orangies on that side. I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know. We're gluing this one down. All right. Are you guys playing along? I would love to know if you're playing along. Please use the hashtag if you can, AJ's IOTM, so other people can find some cluster ideas. And then that would let me know you guys are playing along, or just comment down below and let other people know. That'd be super fun. What do you think about clusters in general? Like, do you normally use them? I like making them. I love gathering bits off my desk. I just rarely reach for them, actually. And so that's the whole point of the challenge, is to reach for some of my stash, not necessarily to make more, but of course that's part of what happens, right? This one's fun. It's got like purple and black. I haven't even punched out, like all these little pieces in here come out. I haven't even done all that on these. You know, if they kind of came out, they came out. And if not, I don't like that green at all. So, I guess this one's like not my favorite. I mean, it's really one of my favorite cuts, but it's not maybe my favorite on this page. So let's not use it, you know? I want to use a leaf for yesterday. That one's fun. We could also kind of tuck it in like down here. Not in love with that, although I might need it for yesterday. Yesterday was so cool, you guys. It was stunning here in the Pacific Northwest. Like it was 70 something degrees. I mean, it was bright blue skies and it was stunning. And I feel like we're going to do this and I feel like I need to add a third. So I went to the gym after work. I know, don't pass out. Don't panic. Okay, I like that one. It's a little bit folly for this page. So because these are our colors, although I do have that orange up there, I'm wondering if there's something a little bit lighter. Anyway, so I went to the gym and then on my way home, I was like, we should go down to the park, by the beach and check out this beautiful weather tonight because it's not going to be here for long. The days are definitely getting shorter. Every single day is a little bit shorter. We are not going to have this sunny weather. It's going to get cold rather quickly. I don't like that that flower. Anyway, so I ran in the door. I asked my husband, I was like, hey, do you want to go down to the park? And so this is that same yellow that I really love. But it's like too big. I just need a little tiny one. I need like another. Does this one work? I had this one out already. So I'm like, I'm going to drive down to the park. And he's like, why don't we walk? And I was like, okay. Like I was tired. I just got back from the gym and it's about a half-mile walk down there. Not bad. You know, it's just part of my normal loop we normally do. But anyway, I'm going to use this one, the green side, not the orange side, which is just so pretty, but we're going to use the other side. That's also very pretty. So anyway, we walked down to the park and then all the way down the road to the beach, and it was stunning. If I have a picture, we took a picture. Of course, it's never like it never does its justice, right? Like it's absolutely gorgeous, and so we did take a picture. I'll see if I want to include it or not. I haven't even looked at it on my camera roll. To be honest, I didn't print anything up for today. I don't know what my husband's doing upstairs, you guys. He's making noise. I don't know what he's doing. He's either lifting weights or practicing his golf swing in our living room. I don't know. So anyway, as we were walking, while he's watching football, right? Because we can't, you know. Anyway, as we were walking, like the wind kind of rustled and blew and whatnot, and leaves came off the tree. It was not my first leaf. It was not the first fallen leaf of the season for me. I've definitely seen leaves like the first leaf fall, and if that makes sense. It was, however, the first leaf I caught. And I was so excited, and and it just fell like right kind of like in front of me, and I reached out and it fell into my hands and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And I'm so sad we didn't take a picture. I'm like kicking myself because duh, but it like we were in the moment and it was so beautiful. It was definitely the first leaf. Anyway, I have this little journaling spot that I ripped off an old journaling page. And so I think that kind of goes on this page. This is the prompt from Lydia. Lydia over at February and June does her monthly prompts for the first week of the month. I rarely do them the first week of the month. I tend to spread them out across the month. Do you know what this is? This is my first cup of hot cocoa for the year. That's what this is. Such a nice little treat. Lydia's prompts. I rarely do them the first week. I tend to spread them out throughout the month. However, I really thought I looked at the prompts because some of them are like something about something specific about your day, and sometimes it doesn't apply to my day, if that makes sense. These are more, I think, all open kind of questions, like pick a color, that something like that. So, yeah. So I'm not too sure if I want to use that for that. I'm not too sure on that. And I wasn't really going to journal today anyway because I don't have my pictures printed up and whatnot. We can make our little note about what we did today because it's not a lot, friends. It's not a lot. Work. It is late start, but I don't go late. It's late start for the kids, but we still go, at 8, which means I leave my house at 7. So, I don't normally note it because it's not late start for me. Yeah, busy day. I mean, what did I have today? I had salad and chicken for lunch, and then I had soup for dinner. I did go to the gym. I did go to the gym today. Yes. Good job, Allison. And I got gas on the way home. And then my husband was off today, so he got some golfing and relaxation in, which was highly deserved and needed. Literally, that's it. This video. Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, getting back to the prompt. This is Lydia's prompt for today, Wednesday. I would love to, I was going to see if this tied in like somehow with, just not too sure what I want to include on here. We could put it up here to kind of start the day, but I'm not liking this being stacked like this. This is kind of a random little cluster that I made a long time ago. And I'm wondering if that ties in with this journal card, and I like that better. I think some of these colors tie in better. So let's work with that. This is my crack pretzels. Holy cow. They're amazing, you guys. I'm just looking to see if I have anything to journal this on. You know what I have is I have my brown sticky paper right here. Should we do that? I'm almost out. Look, you guys, we're using it all. I'm wondering if any of the paper from the rest of the journal matches. In theory, it should, right? I mean, no, that's not even correct because I didn't do matchy-matchy. So, like I also have, ooh, that's a fun little start of a cluster. This is more dyed paper. Look at the rack marks. I love them so much. I'm wondering, I guess if I did this, I'd run it, all the way across, and then this would kind of sit on top. I guess that stands out enough. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. I have had this roll of paper, sticker paper, whatever, for a very long time. Literally like washi tape, obviously. I just feel like I will never use it all. Like there's no way. And sure enough, we're at the end of the roll, which is such a good feeling, but also like, oh gosh, do I need more? No, I don't. I know the answer, but I'm kind of thinking I need more, right? I don't remember where I got it. I don't remember anything about it. What I am super clear about is it's not very sticky. It might adhere better to this. These I crinkled. And so I think that impacted. Okay. I'm just going to use liquid glue on this. This is not probably the best idea. Glue stick. Okay. I think I want it like that. So we'll do liquid glue on this. I think I will glue stick that, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to put it kind of wonky like that. This is just thin printer paper, obviously, that I printed off my computer, And sometimes the liquid glue kind of almost goes through the paper and it impacts the print on the other side. Okay, so we're just going to do this. Crooked and crooked equals straight. Okay, there you go. In case you didn't know that. So that gives me this journaling spot. Okay, I'm not too sure what I want to do with this. I do want to document these because I love them so much. And I ate a bag in 3 days, like with my lunch and my dinner and my snack. Like I can't buy any more of those. That's not a good idea. So, you know, I hate to cover up the green. I kind of like the ribbon. I'm not in love with this whole idea. I really like this kind of long piece, but oh, it kind of looks good over there. It's very springy. So I'm not too sure I want to use it, but it was out. I'm going to leave the glue right there and hope it doesn't dry up like as we film. I don't know. I mean, I have a cluster here, I have a cluster here, and I have a cluster here, so we don't need a cluster. I would like to use this journaling card, I think. We could just do something like that. I'm not too sure. I need to kind of think about that. I also want to I don't think I have a picture for today, but I want to make sure I print out my pictures and figure out. Okay, let's go back a day because this is kind of what I started to work on before. Oh no, what a ding dong. Oh gosh. Well, that's fun. Okay. Dang it. Neither one of these is going to come undone. You saw what I did, right? The doilies were stuck together. Doilies, you know, are so thin and they're pressed and cut together. And so I glued it on here, and of course it's not sticking because it's not the same doily. So what are our choices? Our choices are to rip this up, which I think I'm going to do. Yeah, that's all right. We can still use the outside. It's okay. We're going to rip that off. Okay. And then we'll try this again. See my glue here? It went right through 2 doilies. We're going to try it one more time. My idea was I'm going to cut this off, but I want to run it up to the edge and we're going to cut off the edge, I think. You guys, the moon this week has been incredible. Are you guys tracking it? Are you guys seeing it? It's been amazing. It's also been pretty horrific with children's behavior. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. All right. What I thought would be fun. So this technically is a cluster, and I just have like temporary tape on the back to kind of hold things down where I thought they might go. This one as well, right? But I do like that one there. So let's commit to that. And then I'm just going to glue right over this tape. I'm not going to remove it or anything. I like that up there. Now this could be a whole different part of a cluster. If we wanted to rip this off and make a whole nother cluster, right? It could be part like a flag of a circle hanging down. You could actually make 2. Right? We could run it this way. We could add to it. I'm going to put it up here for now. If we find something amazing that we think needs to kind of come over here to make it bigger or longer or something, we can do that. But I actually kind of like it like that, almost as like a header. I know it doesn't say a word yet, but we could put a word in here, write a word. We could do whatever we want. I do think that I'm going to note on here, I'm just going to write it on my page, first hot cocoa of the year. Okay. So my thought over here was I have a little bit of sparkle in orange here. And I have this paper that I painted a long time ago, well, last year, for the Halloween journal, that I didn't finish this page. And I thought I thought it'd be really fun to punch some stars out of. And I like this down here also. I feel like it needs something else if it's going to be a cluster. I feel like it needs more. We're going to commit to it though. So we'll figure out something. But I think I'm going to try and punch. I'm hesitant to use this paper. Gosh, there's a new concept, me hoarding stuff that I like. Do any of you do that? Yes, you do. I know you do. My thought was I would punch some of these stars out and put them around this thing. And I feel like that's what I want to do. So I'm going to use this punch that I got at the thrift store for $3. It's a Creative Memories punch. The problem with this punch, in my humble opinion, is it wastes some paper. It wastes quite a bit of paper. You don't have to punch both of them at the same time, but I think we want the variability, right, in sizes. So let's punch those. And I think those will be kind of fun. They're not as distinct as this is. They're the shape of this plastic here, which is kind of not, but do you see what I'm saying? This is good paper. So I will probably try and go back in and use that somehow, like cut it out and use it for something else, because I don't want to waste it for sure. Okay, so we have some of these. I might cut those down a little bit because I'm not loving this. So let's see what it looks like if we cut these down, because see this shape, I like this shape more. Oh, look at this paper curl right up. That's interesting. Paper should have used tape. So I think if we make this more hand cut and kind of wonky, I might like them more, if that makes sense. Yeah. So maybe not quite as uniform, and a deeper cut into the star, the body of the star, I guess. I don't know what the part of the star is, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to make it a little bit more pointy. How about that? It's and wonky. So I really like that better, actually. Which is interesting. See, you don't need a punch. Just cut some stuff up. It feels good. All right. Cut it up. There we go. And are we allowed to put 4 stars up here? I'm not even sure. I think we need 3 or 5 or something odd, right? Okay. Yikes. Okay, that one's fun. This is like watercolor paper, watercolor paint, or maybe distress stains like this across. And this is acrylic paint. We could use this whole thing, right? This strip somehow on a page. Should I try that? I mean, it's kind of fun. That way I wouldn't feel like I was wasting it. We're going to do 2 more, and maybe I won't put them both on this page. How about that? Let's see. I guess I could come up and try that. I just eyeballed that. Will be... Ah, look how close I am. Good job, Halson. Good job. Okay. Nice. So no wasted paper there. All right. I think I probably want the smaller one, but we'll go ahead and cut this one. And, ooh, that's super wonky. Yeah, so again, see, we could add something over here again. I really like the hand cut maybe more. It just looks more childlike, more organic. I don't know. Oh, I brought stuff home today. See, yeah, that's why I'm not ready to do today's page. I forgot. Oops, I forgot to bring down the stuff in my bag. Because I was digging in the trash at work. You know how I do, and brought home some goodies. So I'll get those and add them on to the page. Now, again, we could add, but I don't really like that. This page actually has quite a bit going on. I'm not too sure we need the star up here, but I'm not going to put it. Are you joking me right now? Okay, so I think, right? I think like in and out and in and out and in. Maybe. Is that too many? Maybe just 3? All right, I know I want this one. Let's do that. I know I want that one kind of up there. This one's definitely going in towards the middle. We'll put this one out here maybe. Okay, I'm not too sure I like just 3, but I don't want them to be like a circle just around it either. Well, I actually like that one up there. I guess we'll keep adding it till my brain says stop. I know your brain is probably already saying stop. Does 4 bother you? 4 is 4. That's going to bother you. Okay, we're going to do 5. 5. Okay, we're doing 5. That's it. We're done. That decision's made. I don't know about this. This is a maybe. So that's kind of fun. We could, even tuck it in there. Something. Yeah. Let's do it. And I know some of you are like, Allison, stop. Okay, because I know sometimes I'm watching videos. I was like, ooh, no, move it back. Do the thing. Go back. Put it with the green, not the blue. And then you're like, oh, I love the blue. And so I know we all have different tastes, right? That's exactly why it's so amazing when we can all just share our pages and our ideas. Because it's like, oh, that one really stood out to me. Or, oh, my husband just texted me. Good night. Okay. Good night. I'll be up soon. It's 7:30, friends. 7:30. Don't get me wrong. I could go to bed. I'd like to do a little something down here. I'd like to get my planner set up actually. Okay. My idea. Okay. This is sticking out. I have 2 things sticking out, right? I have this one that we put in, I think, together in one of the last videos. Oh, no, we didn't. I did that, I think, but I think I showed it to you. My original thought was I was going to cut it to the page, which I still might. It does not look bad on this edge though. It's actually gray, but it's enough brown or neutral that it kind of ties in here. So I'm kind of okay with it. It will really just matter. It is cardstock. It's not super fragile, but it's not going to take a lot of wear and tear outside the corner of this journal. This, however, really is out too far. My idea was I was going to cut this off. So let's go ahead and do that, because I was going to do half of the doily, like the moon, even though we have this full harvest moon. Studies really just do not show that there's an indicator or any reason why it would impact human behavior. And yet everybody will tell you that it does, like from hospitals to police stations to therapists to parents, like something. I don't know the answer. Okay, I actually like that. I think that looks pretty cool on that corner. This one we'll just deal with. We'll just see how it goes. Now, if it gets all janky and whatever by the end of the month, and I'm completely prepared to cut this off. Okay. That was my original intent, but I don't know. We'll see. And I put this too high, so it has to go over that tab, and that makes me sad, but all right. So this is Monday's prompt. What are you most excited about for October? So I thought I made this journaling spot here with this cluster that I had. And so we can journal that there. Monday, not a lot going on. I think we could add I don't know. This is kind of a fun cluster. I don't know what it would be for. We could make another cluster. And again, we could come in here and like add leaves. Maybe not this yellow one, but I could come in and add some leaves even like underneath. So I might do that to use up some of my die cuts. This is Tuesday, which is yesterday. What old project or idea would you like to try again? So I'll journal that there, as well as I need to figure out my journaling spot here. And then we have a journaling spot here, and I need to add something here as a cluster. And today's Wednesday. So there you go. Yeah, because I haven't printed out my pictures is the problem. So we can't really do, let's see, we could find a little space for this. The problem is I don't know what I want. So how am I supposed to find the perfect thing if I don't know what I want? I know what I don't want. Does that count? Maybe. I mean, we have stuff. Whoops. Hello, friend. I have, my bag of Halloween, which I've not even gotten out yet. I'm feeling like we don't need a spooky black cat yet. I do need, however, where are my little thing of stamps that I always have out? Let's see if he's in here. Because, oh, yes, he is. There he is. I always have these 6, actually, the soccer and the sailing are back there too. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Although I will be the first to tell you, it's not Stuart. And if you've been here for the ride, let me grab my ink. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I almost fell off my stool. Okay. Oh, what is this? Did you see me almost put my finger right into that thing? You did, right? I totally was going to just grab this out of here. And this is me adulting and just going, oh, maybe we don't need to stick our entire finger in there. So, I definitely think he's been in and out. We found a bat this summer living in our... Okay, let me work backwards. Okay, he was not here last night. I did not see him. This bat's very different though, and to be honest, I'm a little I'm a little worried about him. He's not that bright. He's not that bright. Stuart was very bright and we loved him, and well, I loved him. This bat, not so much. So he flies in our house. He flies right in our house and down the stairs, and I don't know where he goes. We've looked. The minute he's in the house, I can't find him. I'm going to put him over here. And then we'll keep making our way backwards. So that was many. But so like 2 weeks ago, he was in our bathroom, one of our bathrooms that is like a half bath. It's small, it's like a guest half bath upstairs. And we have a giant skylight in it that like window that opens, like it opens, right? You have to close it when it rains. And I didn't want the bat trapped in the house all day. I was locking up to leave. All the other doors were closed. So I'm like, this is great. I trapped him into the bathroom. Again, it's not that big of a bathroom, friends. It's a half bath. Like it's, or not even, I don't even know. There's like no shower, right? So I close the door. I'm holding the window open with this like stick thing that we have to hold the window open to open it. Okay. And when you let the stick go, the window levels like this, right? So it closes a little bit, but it's still open. Well, I was trying to hold it open like this so the thing can fly. That dang bat, you guys, he's flying around in a circle in this little tiny bathroom. And I'm like, shut the door. assuming that the guy's going to head on out. But no, he doesn't. He's like flying around in a circle like this. Not the brightest animal. Then, yeah, the other night he was in our bedroom. So he flew in, same deal. He always flies downstairs, goes out sometime in the morning. I don't even know. No, he's flying around our bedroom. I was like, you have to leave. So we turn off all the lights. We turn on the light outside and out he goes, shut the door. You know what I mean? But it's not Stuart. This I know. This I know in my heart. Because Stuart was amazing. And I guess bats do live for a while because my husband's like, it's Stuart. I'm like, it is not. And don't say that because Stuart was smart. This one, not so much. But I'm nervous. I'm nervous to do that. I have this little coaster that said me and my daddy. I think that will be enough to get me a little bit of a, yeah, there we go. Oof. Yeah. So anyway, we will be using the bat. I did find him like the first week of September. When my mom and sister were here, and I went to like wash off the patio deck and patio table and like all that kind of stuff because we hadn't used it in a while. And so I hose it all down and whatever, and I crank open the umbrella because it's closed, and I crank it open, and out he comes. And he was, I'm sure, very upset with me because I obviously interrupted his nap. So he was living in the umbrella, which is very, very common, and we have found him in there before. Him, them, whoever, I don't know. But anyway, so all of that to say, the bat is back. A bat is back. And I know, if you're new here, I know. But it's part of my day, so I'm going to document it. Okay. I would like to mount this. I printed this out because I printed out my new planner cover that day, and I'm just trying to find something to mount it on that might look fun. I kind of like this paper. I think that would have looked fun. This is not the right green or blue. And I don't think, oh, here we have 2 more greens. I was really hoping for the blue. I don't think I have any blue out. So I might have to get some out of my drawer, which we haven't quite done yet, because that's not big enough. This is not the right green. That's a lot of greens going on. I think I'd like to pick up this blue, even though we don't have other blue. We have a little bit over here, which is like more this color, but I don't think that does much for that. This is obviously the matching piece to this, so we could do that, but I mean, I guess we could do that. This one's kind of fun with the different colors on it, but it's a little too much. There's a sticker we can use. I guess if it's not, I mean, maybe it's not too much. Let's see. Because this I really liked, but I guess I could get a new piece out. We have some different colors to play around depending on where we move this, right? So I mean, that's kind of fun with the green and the blue. I mean, we're definitely not using the other side, so let's cut it up and see what we want. Yeah. This is obviously my favorite side because it has the pull, the tabs kind of on it. And that looks kind of fun on this paper with the blue. We could move it over here and get more of the green. Kind of do something like that. Do we like that? Sure. Let's just use it. I'm going to try the wet glue. And obviously you could smudge it around more, like with your finger or whatever else. That's not happening tonight here, friends, but you can definitely do that for you. All right, I'm going to cut it. I don't want it to like be super clear what it is. I just like the difference in coloring. Do we leave those numbers or not? I don't know yet. We'll have to decide that later. Okay, so there's like a little thing there, and we could still journal on here. Can you hear my stomach? What was that? Holy cow. Oh, would that have been fun? Would that have been fun? Let's see, because that could kind of go there. Let's try it again. We'll glue it onto this thing. Okay, we're only going to get one more shot at this because I already ripped the paper. So does it go like right in the middle? It has to go kind of where this tab is. Otherwise, it's actually not. I mean, I could keep cutting it down. I just kind of don't want to. So, oh, I'm going to cover that black hole is what I'm going to do. And I am going to line it up a little bit with the lines on the paper. Okay, I am actually really happy with that. My brain actually likes that. Okay, we're in business. Let's get some tape on here. Oh, it's almost time for a new roll of tape. That's exciting. All right. This is just another page that I ripped out of that old book. I've really enjoyed using it. I really am glad I found it in my stash and that I used it. I got kind of, really 2.5 months out of it, right? Because we used the book actually for August, and then for September, I took out pages that weren't used and added them into the comp book. And then now we're still using pieces. Like this is all those pages. This is that pages. So I'm really happy that I found that. Okay. I'm actually really happy with this. So this page is done. Not done, obviously, but like we have a cluster, I guess, like I would maybe add another thing. This is definitely a cluster up here. We have a cluster here. I got pizza this night and brought it home. Here's the cutout, and then here's our order. We got a prima and a hog, and I kind of forget which one was which, but those were the two pizzas we ordered. So this was our little ticket from, the truck. And then this is Sunday. My godson sent me this from Paris. Oh, I love him so much. Okay. This is from the cluster video that I filmed that day with you. There's my Rue and her boy out on the boat. And then this starts the week. So I think that's kind of where I'm going to leave it tonight. I'm not going to get much done. Like I said, I haven't really printed out other stuff that I need printed. And I do need to set up my other planner. So we're going to leave it here, but wanted to bring you along for a little update. I'm liking this. I'm not too sure what else I need to add here. We could tie in some more stars and kind of tie in the whole page. I'm not too sure about that, but I think something will kind of come to me. I'm excited that I'm going to do prompts for prompt week. So, yeah, I think I'm really happy with this journal spot here. Here's a fun journal spot there. Yep, journal spot again. So we are kind of doing, well, this is plain coffee dyed. This is the, okay. I'm wondering if we want to, let me cut this off. I'm wondering if we want to just go ahead and add paper so it's kind of consistent. Wow, this is not sticking at all. But guess what? It's gonna. Because I have Elmer's glue. You shall not mess with Elmer's glue. Okay, let's do that. Let's add, I like this little journaling spot that I made here. This is Thursday. This is when I have my parenting group that involves coffee. So I love the little coffee cup that I made, and like the journaling spot behind it. I don't think it's necessarily a cluster yet. Again, it's only two things. I guess a cluster can be two things. I'm also not sure I need to run the whole page. We're not going to make it to Friday. Okay, we have to cut it in half because that's it. Look at that. That's it. How exciting, though. Ooh, and I want to keep that. That's a good stamper. Do I need it? No, I do not. Okay, let it go. Good job, Elson. Whew. All right, I'm going to cut it in half because at this point, we have to have it for the whole week. That's crazy, that whole roll. So I do think it goes over here, though. Like, as opposed to here, I don't like it here. I don't like it there. We could put it here and this here, but I don't like that because of this. So, oh, now you're going to stick? It's either that. You can get with this, or you can get, it's definitely that. Okay, we're going to put it right here. Right there. And we are committed to prompt week. We're going to do it. Because again, they're not like something super specific about the day. Like, this is like, what bedding are you using right now? And how do you feel about it? And so I'll journal about that because I have feelings about it. So, Lydia, I think it's a great question. I love your questions. Sometimes they crack me up and I'm like, that's actually a really good question because I have emotions about it. I have thoughts and emotions about it. So, and then Friday is, what's one thing you'd like to achieve by the end of 2025? So, that's a fun one. So again, it doesn't have to be like specific about this day. Like, I don't know. What did you see today with whatever? So, whoops. Are you mad at me, Glue? Maybe. Okay. So now where does this one go? I'm feeling like it might go here. We definitely could do this. That does not bother me. I know some of you, I know. It's okay. It's okay. We could journal it this way. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to do it. Otherwise, it's here, and that just seems so predictable. And what do you think? Well, don't tell me what you think, because I think I know what you think. Like, that's the safe choice. I'm not. This would also be safe, right? We could totally do that. This is fun. I'm not going to do that because that's too much there. This is fun. It creates. I'm going to do it because I have a feeling I'm going to add some other stuff to it anyway. It might take away from that lines a little bit. Let's do it. You guys, I'm not sure. I love this new gym I joined. But it's tough. I'm sore, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I've already shared this. I go back and forth. They do not post they only post their workout the night before at 10 o'clock. And I, just like on my bedding, just like on this question about my bedding, I have thoughts about this. I have thoughts and feelings about it because, like, I can't prepare for the gym the next day before I go to bed. And I feel like I would like to do that. I would like to know what tomorrow's workout is because, well, I like to pack my gym bag at night. I like to pack my outfit. I mean, I get out my outfit for the next day. I'd like to pack my gym bag. Not that it varies very much. I'm not saying that, but sometimes the shirt might change or, and I have all my shoes in my car. So like, I'm just whining. Just never mind. I'd like to mentally prepare. How about that? I'd like to mentally prepare for what is happening tomorrow, because I need to emotionally prepare. Now, the flip side of that is I don't need to mentally prepare. And it's nice just to show up and not know, because sometimes when it's a doozy, I think about it all day and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to, I don't know. I might hurt my back again, or I might do whatever. And when I don't know, it's like I just show up and, and it's amazing. So we'll see. But that was what I was thinking about right now. I was like, oh, I'm really sore. We're going to go to bed. I would really like to know what tomorrow's workout is, but I don't, and I won't. So I'm going to not whine about it. Okay. I do have some fun buttons. Like I really, like, I love that one. I was seeing if there was anything. We have lots of colors going on this page, which ironically I'm good with, but, I don't know. I'm envisioning, I don't know. First of all, I love these buttons. Second of all, we need to make some more because this is literally all that's left, which is so cool too, right? We've done such a good job of using them. It's time to make some more. We don't have to run them here. I could just put like one up here, kind of. Actually, don't like that. I like it down there. I thought maybe there would be something here, but I'm not seeing that, and I don't think that. Ooh, not thinking the rest. I love this one a lot. Maybe we'll make more buttons soon. What I thought might be fun too is a tab. So this tab kind of ties into the color. That's kind of fun. Let's do that. Just when I tapped that glue, because look, now it's stuck and it's really mad at me. Gosh dang it, Allison. I know better. You heard me test it. You heard me be like, let's test. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I put this little brad in here. What's wrong with my thing? Why did it punch that way? That's a little better. We'll do that. I put this little brad in here, which I think is fun. I don't know about the buttons. What do you think about the buttons? Do we like just one button? Maybe we like just one button for now. And then I guess that's why I got out the tabs. I was going to see favorites. Is that one of the things? I also realized in one of my last videos I was out of frame for quite a bit of it, and I do apologize. Oh, here's another punch. Let's see well, this one's green. It's out of a soda LaCroix, right? But it's brown on this side. I mean, we could add a tab kind of like that. I don't think we need the green. I do like the brown. We could add it like up here. Make that a cluster that way. Sure. Why not? I also think I just pulled that sticker off. What did I do with it? Did you see where I put it? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Where were we going to put this? Up here? Sure. Yeah. And let's do this. Okay, the writing I'm absolutely putting upside down on purpose, okay? Or sideways, not that I think it's really readable, but I pulled that sticker off that paper. And to put it where, I don't know. Put it somewhere. Right here. Oh, wrong color. And not long enough. Okay. So we have some washi. I have not gotten out my Halloween washi yet. but I'm feeling kind of daring. What do we think? This one is like too daring. We're not that daring. I am not. You might be. This one's kind of fun. So this one's white. It would go better kind of with that paper. It would look kind of like that. But this one's brown. We're going to do the brown. Let's see. Yeah, I still have to go like get my clothes ready for tomorrow. I don't have to pack food for tomorrow. I'm so happy right now, you guys. I have food made. It's in the fridge, but I don't have to pack it. You know what I mean? Do you want to know what's even better? Tomorrow's Thursday. We're having a potluck. Here's my thought on a potluck. Let me tell you how happy I am about the potluck. This is how I know that I would do well living in a compound or a compound village or whatever, right? Because I'm so freaking happy tomorrow that I don't have to do food, and like other people are bringing, like we're all coming together to share food. Does that make sense? And I know people hate potlucks, but I'm telling you, it makes me so happy right now. None of us have to pack all the stuff. We're just bringing our one thing and everybody's going to share. I love it so much. And then Friday is a fundraiser for the school. And we got to order and pick our time that we wanted delivery. And they're delivering it to us on our specific lunch slots. Get out of town. Yes, and thank you, and please. Okay? Yes. Yes, you dang Skippy that I ordered. What are we even having? I don't like. So I thought this was blue. I mean, I thought because it was blue, I might try it here, but I'm not loving it. So I'm not going to do that. I was just thinking that maybe something would go here, but it will come together. I also have my favorite, green pumpkins, which are going to have a debut on many pages in here. So we'll see what needs to happen there. So I don't have to pack a lunch for Thursday or Friday. Do you know how happy that makes me? Which means all I have to pack is, my breakfast and like my shake or whatever I eat in the meal in the car on the way to the gym. So happy right now. I'm so happy right now. And we're not eating any more pretzels this week, okay? Let's be clear about that because that's a hot mess. That's a hot mess. I need to look for a giant cocoa. Hold on. Do any of these work? They're not like, again, it's October. This is very yellow. I'm so excited I did not do all black and orange because I wouldn't have got to use a lot of this fun stuff. So what color of this cocoa would we like? I think I'm tempted to do this yellow one, but we're getting a little too yellow and it doesn't bring me that fun vibey. So I'm going to choose this one because we're going to get this and this orange. We're pulling in a little orange and orange. So, I mean, this one would be perfect. We could just make a little note about cocoa down here. Maybe we just want it. Maybe I like that one. Let's do the little one because I love it with the heart. And these are from Sweet Lynn at Loveland's Life. And gosh, they're old. I love them so much, though. I think that, we could even use it down here. We could make this our cocoa spot. It's actually really good cocoa, too. I'm kind of excited. Although I can't, it's been a very long time since I had cocoa, so it tastes really good. I'm actually really liking that. So, I don't know where it goes. I'm not liking this at all, but I'm completely using this because I'm not even joking. I ate the entire bag this week, like by myself. I shared some at work, but yeah. Good talk. I'm wondering, can we double dip on this? Can we get this and this and this on here? Does that look good or no? I don't love that. Do I have to love it? Probably not. I know I keep saying like, I think I'm done and I'm going to go, but this is ripped. I'm sure you can see that. I'm still going to use it. I think I will tape this side. It got scrunched, in the paper cutter because I must have a dull blade on there. So I think I'll put that at the bottom if we're going to do it here. And I'm still just kind of auditioning. We could cut it down a little bit. This is the edge. This is the actual edge of the paper. This is where that white border was, the branding strip or whatever. So we could do that. It's coming along. Okay. That will do. Let's just do it. It's a journaling spot on a journal that is about a daily life of pretzels and cocoa. It's okay. And again, not every single thing is amazing. So, I mean, most things aren't amazing, right, in the journal, but at least in my journal, maybe in your journal. Yeah. Let's get some more glue on here. You guys, I made this book. If you're new here, if you didn't see the book, I made it 12 years ago. Did we decide? I think that's when it was 12 years ago. This little guy's been glued into a book for 12 years. And now I just ripped apart his life, ripped apart the page. And now he has a new purpose. See that? That journal I made just some blank, a huge journal full of blank pages. This one will not be that. Okay. And then this we're going to put there. We'll square it off. What are we doing? Tape? I mean, it's got to be tape, right? I'm leaving this on here because yeah. Let's see. Maybe we won't square it. Maybe we'll... But I think it's got to be the tape. I don't think any glue is going to hold that plasticky bag. Let me know what you guys use on these real plastic bags. I mean, super waxy, super plasticky. All right, let's do that. And then it's going to curl up that plastic a little bit. Okay, so we erase that ink. Okay, that's kind of fun, actually. I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's kind of just a catch up. Not a lot done, actually, but some fussing down here, just playing around. And I appreciate you guys being here. So this is, again, today, actually, we have the spots ready. We are ready to journal. I don't have all my pictures printed, but we are in a good spot to kind of get some catch up going when I get down here. Like literally, I don't know about this day. First of all, I hate the page. I've said this 500 times. This is going to have to change. In the back of the book, I can tell you already, I already painted over it, or not painted over it, inked over it. So it's gray. See this? But again, it's only this amount of paper compared to this amount of paper. Egads. So I might do a gray wash on this. I might, I don't know, but we got to figure out what goes on the page first. Okay. So it's coming along. That's where we're going to leave it. I'm going to go to bed. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to put this leaf in here for right now. Hold on 1 second. Una más. This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. So This needs our little note. And we are going to note, I guess I can write, I hate that pen for this. Okay. Work, gym, walk, caught leaf, to the beach. And then just as we were leaving, you guys, this lady came down. She was bringing, it closes at dusk. The park is open till dusk. And so it was sunset, right? We're making our way out. And this lady comes down. And so we get up from the little table. And I said, oh, you're just in time. Like, you're going to have dinner. And she's like, nope, hopping in the water. I'm like, what? And sure enough, I'm like, you're going swimming right now? Like, I'm so impressed with her. So my husband, she sure enough did. She hopped right in that water and went for just a little swim, just kind of a dunk and a swim, right? And I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't think it's very safe. That's just me being the person I am and the background I have. I just don't think it's safe to swim by yourself in any open thing of water. Honestly, no, there's no one out on the beach. This is not like a beach. This is like a national park, little cove beach. There was, I mean, if we weren't there, obviously no one would have been there. I know that's not the point, but that's just me. And second of all, I'm really impressed with her that, like, she just hopped in and went. Like, I'm like, that's amazing. So then my husband, we are looking up all the water temperatures, and I'm like, that's interesting. Like, because I thought it was colder than it was and all the stuff. And he's like, we should do it. I was like, we absolutely should do it. Today, when I get home from work, my husband's like, are we going swimming? I'm like, absolutely not, friend. No, we are not. A, I'm exhausted. 2, it's cold outside. And 3, absolutely not. I'm freezing. If we're going to go swimming, we need to be able to drive to the park. And so we need to buy a pass and like do the things. I'm not going to walk, soaking wet and walk home in it and like all that kind of stuff. But I love him. I love him so much because he was ready. He was ready. And I was like, I love you so much. And I think he was a little sad. And now I feel bad, but I was like, I can't, I'm not mentally prepared for that. So anyway, all of that to say, I caught a leaf, and I'm going to put on here, that the lady was swimming, because that's amazing. So this is, I'm going to say one more thing. This is how clusters happen on my desk. I literally just had this button. I was going to put it here. I threw it down and it landed like on this sticker, and I love it. Okay. So that's kind of how clusters start, at least on my desk. And I would just keep playing with it. Like, we might choose a different button, and we might, I love that. I'm going to do it right now. And we'll find a page that it fits on, but that's why I have a bucket full of clusters that haven't been used, because I make them and then I have a hard time remembering to pull them. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to know that there's a page in here that needs it. But again, I'm back on this page with, just because it has the blue, like we could use it kind of coming down a page. I don't know. So that's a great example of how clusters happen. They're not like, I don't do really organized clusters. Usually, like, this was all just scraps that was on my desk. So we'll find a page, and if not, it goes in the cluster bucket for, next time. So we'll leave it for next time. All right. Thanks for being here, you guys. Have a great night. Let me know if you're doing clusters. I would love to see them. Okay. Please reach out and use the hashtag so others can join in the fun. I appreciate you being here. Have a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.